So when NIL first started, a lot of athletes immediately assumed that they would just start generating revenue. The issue here is you have to be marketable. You have to put yourself in a position to where brands would want to work with you. So I'm going to give you 10 steps, the 10 steps that you can take to start generating revenue from NIL. First step is so simple, but figure out what your brand is. You have to have a good understanding of the presence that you want to create online. I always say that your brand is the digital version of your physical self, but you're being strategic with it. That's what a personal brand is. It's a strategic entity of yourself. So figure out what your passions, your interests, the things that you want to talk about online, what makes you unique. This will be the beginnings, the foundation of what your brand ultimately is. From there, determine your outcomes. Do you want to be a food influencer? Do you want to focus on travel? Do you want to focus on fashion? Think about the ultimate outcome that you want to generate from building your brand. Next, determine what platforms you want to be on. Now, places like TikTok and Instagram Reels are awesome places to start because they reward a ton of organic reach. They're the best places to be right now because you can generate a lot of exposure through those platforms. But there's also places like LinkedIn where you can immediately connect with business owners. If you're looking to start your own business or get an internship, a platform like LinkedIn is really great. So determine what platforms you ultimately want to be on. The next step is to find really good references. Find creative references to content that you really like, content that you would want to create yourself. Use those references so you're not starting from ground zero. You are generating things that have already been proven to be successful, and you're modeling that success to generate your own content. These references will be the foundation of the content that you are going to create. The next step is to develop a content cadence. How often do you want to post? When you are a student athlete, you don't have a ton of time, but you need to be consistent in some way in order to grow on social media. You have to consistently add value. You have to consistently entertain your audience. You can't just post once every 3 weeks and expect to see your audience grow. So figure out the cadence that works well for you, and then always make sure that you are staying consistent. The next step is where a lot of people mess up. You need to figure out how you can be marketable to a brand. Brands do partnerships with influencers, with athletes that are going to generate positive attention or bring in sales for that brand. They need to be able to see themselves in your content. This is where a lot of TikTok influencers struggle. A trending dance isn't an easy video for a brand to partner with. We've done things like help athletes create cooking shows, food review shows. We've helped them do random acts of kindness. These are all series that brands could see themselves in that content. They can see directly how they can partner with that athlete. If all you're doing is just posting you on the field or on the court, brands can't see themselves in your content. It's not gonna work out. Step 8, start reaching out to brands with a script. Generate a script that you are going to DM to brands. Message them directly through Instagram so they can be linked to your content. You can also send them an email as well. Start reaching out to brands though that would be a good fit based on your content. It's important to find brands that fit your mission. You want to do this because you want that content to perform well. You want your audience to respond in a positive manner to that content. Then when you start to hear back from brands, if you've never done a brand deal before, you shouldn't be as picky in terms of what you're getting monetarily with this first deal. Choose the best deal, even if it's smaller, that has the best brand mission fit. Because what you need to be able to do is show to a larger brand, one, that you've worked with a brand before, and that you've had a successful brand deal before. Find the brand deal that's gonna be the best fit for you. You need this first one to be successful. Then finally, step 10, use that smaller deal to then reach out to bigger brands. Show the analytics, show how many views you got. Put in the email subject line, I brought in 50,000 organic views to this brand. Successful brand campaign, something, anything. You're gonna use this smaller deal to reach out to bigger brands. Because here's what a lot of people don't realize. Bigger brands don't wanna be the first to work with someone who's never had a brand deal before. So if you can show that you have been successful, you can then use that to network and generate larger brand deals for yourself. It's not always about having a huge following. It's about having an engaged following. So if you could show that you had a super engaged following when you did this smaller brand deal, imagine what will happen when you partner with a bigger brand. In conclusion, NIL isn't all about money. It doesn't hurt to make some money though, but think of it as a way to connect with your audience, to be able to generate impact, to amplify your influence. And then from there, find brands that fit your mission, because you need to create long-term relationships. These are brands that you could potentially work with in the future, be on their board, have equity, etc. If you're just working with a bunch of brands and you seem like an internet salesperson, people aren't going to want to continue to work with you. So stay authentic. And it's okay if you don't see results immediately. Give yourself time, create consistent content, and focus on giving value to your audience. And then from there, the brand deals will follow.